I'm now live on StreamYard. See if anyone visits.
We're going to do a big circle back because I have to go to a target.
Hello, Miss Marilyn, darling.
I sold that house.
Driving with my brother. Say, wave. I did some drawings of a locomotive just now. Why do we need that? That good?
Troy won't like it.
Miss Marilyn, darling, says hi, Todd.
Hi, 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 back.
Hi, 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 back. So anyway, yes, I drew a locomotive that is parked near a defunct train station. Dairy Queen. It's wintertime still. It's 50 something degrees.
61.
61 degrees. Okay, is this person going to pick a lane, do you think?
No.
At some point? Oh, that's a flagpole. It's a steam locomotive that's all painted black with a round boiler and lots of rivets. And it had a coal car behind it. But so anyway, I tried to do drawings with my iPad, but it's really hard drawing in the sunshine on an iPad. What I need to do is get one of those umbrellas or burqa. I need a burqa that I can attach to an umbrella and look through the little peepholes at what I'm drawing or something. So we are in St. Paul.
Roseville. St. Paul, yeah.
We are in St. Paul, and there was a newscaster in the Twin Cities who said about Minneapolis and St. Paul which neighbor each other most of the time. Everyone knows that when you cross the Mississippi River into St. Paul, you have to set your clock back 10 years, which is almost true. Your wicked stepsister lives there. Awfully phallic. The inkwell at the Institute of Arts has an obelisk on it, and it has a carrying case that goes with it that Marilyn thinks looks phallic. No wonder I like it so much, Marilyn.
Oops.
But do we have enough gas to get to a gas station?
Let's hope so.
We're running on fumes here. It's an exciting time. Gas. Food, gas, diesel. We can even get diesel. Minnesota is relatively flat-ish. I bet this place has gas, this exit.
It does.
So among my father's antiquities and stuff, he collected a lot of beads and baskets and belts that are beaded, and there was something that I didn't quite understand what it was. I thought it was a necklace, and Todd said, no, you don't wear it that way. And it was essentially a belt that had a flappy bit that would hide your junk from the other New Guineans or wherever this thing was from. So I put it on, and my little brother said, we're Gustafsons, we don't need to have it that big. So I can have it altered. I guess I could take a little bit off the flappy bit that hangs down and put it on the belt part that goes around the gut. But I will take a picture of it, and you can see this is a gas station. Speedway Gas. Do you hear that music? I'm inside a car that has closed windows, and the music is coming out of a car that has closed windows. So imagine the mush that brain that's listening to that music is turning into. Soupy. So, Miss Marilyn, can I ask a question? I'm sort of curious. And I don't know if this is something you do that's that you do purposefully, or like modern kids these days, or whether you are not as good as a speller as you might be. Like phallic is with a PH, not an F. But I'm just curious. I don't know whether it's something that you might have difficulty with. Like I have a little tiny bit of dyslexia, and my little brother has a lot of it, and I know that was a hindrance in our spelling. But okay. Well, I'll just assume it's to be cute. But anyway, I just noticed it a couple of times, and I'm quite sloppy. I'm a sloppy reader and a sloppy typist, and so I was just wondering if that was sloppy or it's American English, or English is a pretty hard language to learn how to spell because it's so screwed up. Are we done?
Yeah, just a minute.
We're just gonna wait for.
Yes, just a minute.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're getting your shot. That's good to know. My little brother was trying to get me to get a shot by saying that I fit some of the criteria if I stretch the truth a little bit. But okay, here we go. We're moving.
We're gonna go to a Target store.
Target. What do we need at Target?
You'll see.
Starting route to 38 Old Lexington Avenue North. At the stop sign, turn right.
Is this a stop sign or is this a stop light?
Turn right.
What's that?
Is that a stop sign or a stop light?
At the traffic lights, use the right lane to merge onto MN36 West.
We're way ahead of you, Siri, or whatever you are.
You can even have this.
Why is your Alexa in British English? Marilyn asks.
I don't know, because you can pick any language or whatever.
Any accent?
Any accent. That's what I like.
It's
Australian.
I wanted my person to speak like Stephen Hawking.
Computer.
At the next exit, you will be in the event horizon. I think it's an Australian accent. Says an actual Australian. Parker Schiavello is now on the thing.
Ah.
And he knows Australian. because he knows all of the kangaroo dialects and koala bears.
That's nice.
That's the hardest one to learn, is the koala bear.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go to Target, and you can even be live when we go inside. there, because
And platypus is that another Australian thing? Platypuses, they're hard to understand because they kind of mumble. They sort of sound like Daffy Duck because of the duck-billed thing. No, we're not talking about the kangaroo money. We're talking about we've done that. We know how to convert kangaroos into dingoes. There are 8 dingoes in a kangaroo, and 8 babies in a dingo. How many dingoes make a baby? No. How many babies make a dingo? 8 babies make a dingo. I'm not having any drugs. What are we looking at? Oh, it's a trumper. God bless America. And a wombat in a pear tree. Will Hodge, are you wearing clothes today? Will Hodge always has to put pants on before he comes online. Even though the camera doesn't aim toward any part of his pants, he has to make sure he has to be properly dressed. This is my brother, the chauffeur, and the cook,
and the cook,
and the cook, and the cook. I have no idea where we are. If someone plopped me here and told me which way is your house, I would have no idea what direction to point. I normally have a pretty good internal compass, but when you go to St. Paul, you just might as well shoot yourself, because nothing works in St. Paul. And even though we're not in, are we in St. Paul still?
I think we're in Shorewood. We might be in Shorewood.
Shorewood? That's in Minneapolis, isn't it?
Might be. I mean,
What do you mean
it's
it
suburbs.
might be?
It's suburbs, so it's like, is Burnsville in Minneapolis, or?
But I always think of Shorewood as being.
It's more St. Paul, I suppose. No, anything.
New houses. You're not wearing pants or pantaloons. Skivvies only. Okay. How are you feeling today, Schiavello? Would you like to come on board here? Can I invite people from my... I don't know if I... Oh, just a minute. Guests. Invite a guest. Copy to clipboard. Copied. How do I make a comment here? No, it's not doing it. Comments. How do I make a comment? You're just in your underwear in bed. It hasn't stopped you before. You can pull up the sheet to cover your modesty. I remember, I think, when they were building that thing.
Oh.
Remember, it was just a brick wall, or was something like that?
Well,
It was just a brick wall that went up from the ground with a couple of 2x4s holding it from falling over.
that was over by my house.
And I thought, what is the how dumb has that fallen over yet?
My house.
No, I know your house is falling over. Is the other thing falling over?
It's all together.
It's all together. Rather than building a row of bricks, one thing high around the entire square of the building, this huge warehouse, they just built one wall going up 40 feet or whatever,
Turn right.
and without connecting it to any other walls. It was like a jump wall. It was perfect. It was a perfect wall. Everyone's gonna love it, and Mexico's gonna pay for it. It's gonna be Mexico. Who's gonna pay for it? Mexico. Well, you're a busy boy. Those little chimes mean at our house there's a burglar or a dog or my brother or someone walking around.
And I'm not going to tell you where we're going to go to Target because you would probably get out of the car.
Where are we going to go to Target?
We're going to go to Target.
Oh, why we're going to go to Target or where?
Why?
Why are we going to Target?
Because I'm going to pick something up.
You're going to buy shoes for me or a shirt or what?
No, we have enough shirts and shoes.
Pants? You're going to buy pants? You're going to buy a belt? Are you buying something for me?
I don't think so.
Oh. You're buying some crotchless panties for you because
Yes,
your crotchless panties wore out already. They're supposed to have a hole in them.
Oh,
Did you add another hole somehow?
You head to the car park for your destination.
We're at our destination.
it's just kind of funny.
10-hour flight.
So why did they take their sign off the building?
To make a smaller sign.
Okay, so you're gonna come in then with everybody?
Would you like to go into Target? Oh, I have my mask.
It is a rather funny thing. Kind of sad.
Well, what would be sad and funny at the same time?
Well, I'll show you.
Okay,
Come, people.
we're gonna find out what is both sad and funny. If I can get out of my restraint. Now I may lose you because when I go inside these big box stores, could we have parked any further from the door? Oh, I guess we can't park any closer. Can you give me a hint what aisle we're in? Have we ever in our 60 years of in our 124 years of combined life, have we ever bought one of these before? Okay, that's not narrowing it down. How many have we bought before? But we need another one. Are you buying a stapler? Are you buying a stapler? Okay. We're buying a stapler. Yeah, I know they're ugly, and I know they're all in plastic. You can see them, but not the one you want to buy. You want to buy that one.
50% off. Right?
He's a smart shopper.
Yeah, but look at it.
I know. I saw it. You showing it the other day.
Audrey.
Yes, I know. It's a nice stapler
From Sweden.
from Sweden. Okay, I need a padded envelope.
From Sweden?
I don't need. There are 4 things. I don't need it that badly. 79 cents. Okay. That's for Melissa's pen. I almost walked right into that thing because I wasn't paying attention. I really don't need any more paper. This is an awfully big Target. This is like 4 times bigger than Target at my house. This is a super Target. They have a grocery store. No, thank you. We're already past the point of
No return.
no return for that. There are a lot of blondes in Minnesota.
You're going to mail yourself home?
What do you want? That was exciting. Now we're going to go to Home Depot,
Almost forgot.
where can we go to a different place, or do we have to go to Home Depot so a person can donate to Trump?
Not up in ours. That's better.
Well, they may not donate to Trump, but the guy that owns Home Depot gives billions of dollars to Trump.
Well, unfortunately, that's where I have a credit, so I don't have to pay cash.
I see. Buckle up for safety. Well, the sky is certainly blue and it's 61 degrees, so it's warm. '63 in California. And in Australiaville, they have a different system of degrees there. They've got
Celsius.
how many dingoes, hot it is. Is that how it works there?
It's 28.
28 degrees here Celsius.
Is that what it is there?
I don't know. It's hot there. It's hot.
Oh, so it's probably 35.
We're on the highway. It's 75 degrees Fahrenheit in Australia right now. Doesn't seem too hot. Here I thought it would be hotter.
This is where that guy is. Little Canada. Selling their stuff.
I see. Only 6:30 in the morning in Australia, so that's why it's cooler.
So it's right over there is where that guy is.
Okay. Do you have the axe throwing things in this town?
You mean where people can go do that?
Yes, it's like a bowling alley,
I'm sure they're probably right.
and it's inside a building, and you
Is it kind of like curling?
and you've got on one wall there are these targets made of wood,
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
and then you stand at your end and you throw axes at these things. Now, I don't know what kind of insurance they have at these places, but it's not enough. I see people, there's one on near where I live, and I'm walking past there on the way to and from dinner back before COVID, and I'd look in and I'd watch these people flinging axes. And it's not like people have flung axes before, so they don't really know how to throw them. So sometimes the blade is aiming out when the back of the axe hits the piece of wood. And what happens when
Ricochets.
the blunt side hits, it bounces back. And the axe doesn't have any particular care about whether they are aiming the sharp part toward your head or toward someone else's head when they come flying back at you. But that's what people do. It's something like darts, except darts don't bounce. Darts might go in someone's eye if you throw it at them, but they normally don't bounce. What is that city over there? Is that St. Paul or is that
This is
Indiana?
St. Paul.
I'm all confused.
We just kind of did a big circle.
So is that St. Paul?
Yeah.
St. Paul in the distance. I'm back again. They went away.
You went away again?
No, I'm fine now. I always thought this bit of highway was way wider than it needed to be. Doesn't it seem like it's like 2 lanes fatter?
Yeah.
Like how many people need to go to St. Paul?
Well, they should give it to Minneapolis because they suck.
You were looking at the map of Minnesota. Our state capital is over there. Oh, there was a dome. You see it for about 1 minute. That's the Basilica. That's the capital. And now we're going to go underground. We're on 35E going south, I guess.
Yep.
Southeast.
We're just St. Paul is to the east of us on 35E.
I think at this point we are sort of. Are we level with the river, kind of? We're not up the bluff. That's up there.
We're still like 100 feet up because the bridges.
I see.
We'll go over the water in about a minute.
At Fort Snelling.
Yeah. Minnesota.
It's where the Minnesota River joins the Mississippi. And the Minnesota River is the one that's behind our house. It was like that building, the Schmidt Brewery. There's some rather nice brewery buildings here in Minneapolis and St. Paul because of all of the breweries and good thirsty Germans that settled this place with their Papa bands and their hats with the little feathers in them, the little brushes or whatever they are, and their lederhosen.
Let them know that Minnesota is the
What?
That Southdale was the first shopping center, inside shopping center
In
the world, I suppose.
well, I think
Country.
Milan had an indoor one for centuries beforehand.
Yeah.
Minneapolis is the home of the first modern indoor shopping center in 1950.